Hey everyone, I'm Sierra, one of your hygienists here at Nederland Family Dental. I'm here to talk to you today about scaling and root planings and how we get to that point on deciding on when you need one or when you just need a regular cleaning. So for scaling and root planings, we use our little probe, and just to show you all those lines on it, and each line gives us a certain spot and telling us what's healthy and what's not healthy. So when we have those 1 to 3s, that's telling us, hey, we're in good shape. When we get to 4s, it's saying we've got gingivitis, inflammation of the gums. And then 5s and ups is telling us there's something going on, especially if there's bleeding under the gums. So when we find the bleeding, we know there's bacteria down there. We've got to get all that bacteria out. Most of the time we can show you in your x-rays bone loss or tartar buildup up under the gums. It's very, very obvious, and we can point it out to you. So when we have that bone loss, it's important that we get you back, we do a scaling and root planing and maintain that bone loss where it's at. Because if we don't get all that out, that bacteria is going to continue to eat away at that bone, and we don't want that. So when you come in for a scaling and root planing, what we do is the doctor comes in. We usually recommend doing half and half of the mouth. So we see you at one visit and then we'll see you again at another visit. Doctor will come in, we'll place some topical gel so you're already a little numb before they give you injections for anesthesia. They'll numb usually a couple spots up top, one spot down in the bottom. You'll be super duper numb. We'll use different instruments from just a regular cleaning. They're for perio patients, and they have certain tips that go below the gums so that we're not irritating the gums, but it's cleaning that root surface from top to bottom. Then we usually, if we have 7 to 8 millimeter pockets, we place this stuff called Arrestin. It's an antibiotic that we stick down in the gums. You won't be able to floss for 10 days after that. This antibiotic releases over time, so we want it to stay down below the gums as long as we can. So we always recommend, not flossing, wait the 10 days. And we also use this rinse called chlorhexidine. This chlorhexidine is an antibiotic rinse. After we do our deep cleaning, we polish, we do all the things, we floss, then we take this rinse in a syringe, stick it in those pockets and really clean them out. This will also go home with you. So we always recommend using it for, like I like to say, if we use this, if we do Arrestin, we use the rinse for 10 days as well. If we don't, we usually just recommend 2 weeks just so it's easy to remember. But that's basically what scaling and root planing is. We go below, we clean everything out, we get you to that healthy state. We have to work as a team. So we always recommend coming back at 3 months because you can't get down in those pockets like I can. So you'll come back at 3 months, I'll clean those pockets out again, make sure you're doing your part at home with your brushing, your flossing, your rinsing, all the things. We always recommend though only doing this for a short amount of time because it will stain your teeth. So at that 3-month visit, it's also a good thing because we can get the stain off and we start over. If we notice that you have a lot of bleeding at that 3 months, we'll say, hey, pull your chlorhexidine back out. We're gonna rinse for 2 to 3 days, not long. So as I said before, at your 3-month checkup, it's your Perio Maintenance. You'll come in, we'll check all those pockets with our probe again. Sometimes if we still have a 5 or 6, we let you know where those areas are and we want to get back and focus on those areas. But your cleanings at that appointment aren't the same as a scaling or root planing. We use some of the same instruments, but you're not getting numb. If we have to get numb because they're still super duper deep, then it's one of those things we got to work harder, we got to see you more frequent. But our goal is at a Perio Maintenance, it's super easy. It's like a regular cleaning, but we use totally different instruments that are always based for periodontal disease patients. So if you have any questions about scaling your root planing, what it is, or your Perio Maintenance, don't hesitate to call at 72-SMILE.